and I kind of felt like there's a little bit of Ripley and Lara Croft. So I've had like different influences throughout my career of like what inspires me as an actress. Yes.
I have two questions. Okay. First one, have you ever played Tomb Raider? Have you played it?
Your own game.
Yeah, my own game, yeah. It took me about a year to finish the first one. I'm terrible at my own game. It's actually really annoying because I know where I need to go. I'm like, she needs to be in this tomb and solve this puzzle. Like, I have it all figured out. I just don't know how to kill everyone in the process of getting there. So I know where I need to go. It's very frustrating, and I kill myself probably more than anybody else does. And then the second game, I'm at the bear. That's as far as I made it. If you played the game, there's a bear. Yes, and you have another question.
The second question, how is it working with the cast of like Grey's Anatomy and working with them? Do you hate them? Do you love them? Like,
they're all terrible. They're all awful. They're all truly, seriously amazing. I think that as an actress, when you get on a show, because when I got on Grey's Anatomy, I was told that I was going to be the love interest of someone on Grey's. His name's Alex Karev. And I think you wonder as an actress, you're like, well, if you know, Grey's Anatomy goes on for years, right? So you think that I will be with this actor for however many seasons, and you hope that they're nice. And I remember the first day I met Justin, I was super nervous because I thought like, God, what if he's terrible? I'm like stuck with him, you know. And he's so amazing and so lovely that I look forward to all of our scenes together. Just the entire cast is amazing. Like Ellen Pompeo is almost like a big sister to me. Like she gives me advice all the time about the industry. Jessica Capshaw is one of my best friends. Everyone's truly amazing. It's a really amazing. We're together for 10 months of the year filming, so if we didn't get along, that would suck. But we do, thank God. Any other questions?
Did you watch the show before you were on it?
Yeah, I did. So when I got the role, I like completely geeked out. My first scene was in the ER, and Meredith's house is on a completely different set, but it's iconic, right? So obviously I'm gonna do like a sneak action onto the other stage. So on my first day, I snuck into Meredith's house and I was like, this is where Izzy posted the check on the fridge. Like I was a major fangirl. Like embarrassing, like seriously embarrassing. But yeah, I definitely watched it. And I almost wish I hadn't, because I probably would have been a bit more professional on my first day than sneaking around backstage. But yes, I was definitely a fan. Any other questions? Yeah.
Was it easy for you to learn an American accent?
Yeah, it was actually. This is really weird. I don't know why I did this. I sound like crazy. But when I was growing up, I would pretend to have an American accent in the supermarket all the time. I don't know, there's no reason or rhyme to it. But I'd be like, I just saw these apples. Like, I have no idea why. But I had like literally perfected it by the age of 12. So when I got on Grey's, I actually auditioned for Shonda Rhimes with both accents. I did an American and I did an English accent. And then when I got the role, my agents called me and said, hey, you're a new intern on Grey's Anatomy. And I was like, oh my God, great. Am I English or American? They're like, we're gonna call you back. We don't know. And I was like, okay. But yeah, I could always do it from like a kid. I don't know why, because I can't do like Scottish or Irish or anything that's kind of closer to an English accent. But for some reason, I think just watching American TV and films, you're constantly like quoting your favorite characters, and for some reason, I was just able to do it as a kid. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything that you're going to be in upcoming that you can't talk about?
Yeah, I can't talk about it. Truly, yes, there is something I'm working on right now that's really exciting. Two things actually that are really exciting that if I'm able to come back next year, we can have a conversation about. It's really fun, yeah. Sorry, I know that's a really boring answer, but yeah, that's the truth. Anyone else? Yeah.
What advice do you have for aspiring actors and actresses, just in general?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost, I feel like everyone says this, but it's a really tough, it's a really, really tough industry. When I moved to Los Angeles, I didn't know anyone. I was a struggling waitress for years. And it's almost like, acting is almost like going on job interviews 3 or 4 times a week and just never getting the job. It's really tough, and there's so much rejection. But I think that the one thing you have to do is like you have to try and keep in class, obviously, because it's almost like being an athlete. You know, you would never stop training if you were, you know, an athlete. And for acting, I think that some people do move to Los Angeles and they think like, I'm gonna be an actor. And they don't really do anything about it. Like, you have to train. So I think that, you know, just don't give up hope. It takes a lot of resilience. And I also think just keep in class and keep up your acting coaching and lessons and stuff, and that is, you know, that's it, because it's a lot of it is luck. Really, it really is. You're in the right place at the right time. I got Grey's Anatomy because I auditioned for a show for Shonda Rhimes, a lead of a show that didn't go. It was a period piece. And then I was on True Blood, and then a month later I came off True Blood. I went to Comic-Con, I missed the auditions for Grey's Anatomy. And they couldn't find the girl they wanted to be Alex Grove's girlfriend. They asked me to come in the next day. But I could have easily completely missed the audition and would never be on Grey. So a lot of it is timing and luck and all the other things. And the only thing you can prepare is to be ready for that audition. And you can do that by staying in class and, you know, keeping up coaching and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
What are some of your hobbies, and what do you do in between sets to like stay occupied?
Well, I really do like working out a lot. Like I run, my dad's a runner, so I run a lot, and I do like reformer Pilates and all these like very Los Angeles things. But I paint all the time, and I own a rock band, and I'm really obsessed. I'm really good at the drums, guys, like I'm seriously good. So I just find any way to sort of like do something light, because I feel like on Grey's Anatomy it's always drama, it's very heavy. And then on Tomb Raider, I'm always close to death. So just anything that's been sort of like, you know, is exciting and happy and nice. And I just do regular things that everyone does, go out to eat and go to movies and stuff. And I'm pretty boring, is what I'm getting at. Anyone else? Yeah.
Would you like to do a live action Tomb Raider movie?
Yeah, I really would.
Yeah.
Yes, I would. The issue for me a little bit is that, you know, Grey's Anatomy does film 10 months of the year, so every single year all of us actors have a very tiny gap where we are contractually obliged to, well, where we can do something, because we're contractually obliged to not do anything for so many months of the year. So a lot of things would have to fall in place for me to be able to film something like that. But yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like with the reboot that she's part of me. Maybe that sounds cheesy, but I feel like she's now part of me because there's part of me in her. So yeah, I would love to be able to do the live action reboot too, but who knows? Luck, timing, all those things. Anyone else? Yeah.
So what type of training regimen did you have to do Tomb Raider?
Well, the first day that I did Tomb Raider, so I'm in the mocap suit, I was an idiot, and I thought that I would be fine. And that I could deal with all of like the stunts and the running, and I really thought I was like, what do I know about Lara Croft? She kicks butt, she kills, she's always winning. Like, I didn't know that I would get kicked the crap out of. Like, I did not know that. I didn't know that this reboot, like, she would feel so much pain and all that stuff. So that first day I came home and I was like, oh my God, like, I'm in so much pain. So I did circuit training, and I ran, I did Pilates, and I even did yoga, because I realized that actually, like, she's in way better shape than I will ever be. And that actually just literally yoga, like stretching before everything that we have to do, because we have to fake climbing, we have to fake jumping, I mean, I fake drowning. I get jumped on by a guy. I mean, it's crazy. So a mix of all those things kind of helps, but I don't think I'm ever gonna walk away from like an 8-hour session of Tomb Raider and not feel in physical pain. This is not gonna happen. Be nice though. Any other questions? Yeah.
Okay, so this is great instead of Tim, but do you ever feel like when walking into the set, like, oh, am I gonna be laying in the hospital bed this episode, or like, am I gonna die? Like,
Yeah.
like,
I think I'm gonna die every episode. Yeah, of course. It's Grey's Anatomy. You don't know. I mean, yes, of course. And also Jesse Williams on our show, who plays Jackson Avery. He's kind of good looking, I guess. He tells me every single episode that he's read the script ahead of time and that I'm gonna die. Like, because we're not allowed, because one thing you should know about Grey's Anatomy is that we are not allowed to read the script. We're not even allowed to like flip the pages until we get to what they call a table read, which is us all together reading, you know. So we're shocked. That's why they do it, because they want us horrified in the middle of, you know, a table read, because we're like, oh my God, Meredith Grey just got up, you know. So everyone's always terrified, because yeah, you could fall down an elevator shaft and, you know, get stabbed or what. I don't know how, they get creative. So yes, to answer your question, I'm always worried. Yes. Okay, yes.
how's it working with Sandra Oh when you work with her?
Oh, I love Sandra. I didn't have many scenes with Sandra, but she was just one of those actresses that you really wanted to be around to watch, because her, this sounds super actory, but her process of like getting through a scene was just so interesting. She's so talented, and she had very definite ideas about how she wanted the, you know, the character's growth to be in the arc of the character. So for me, it was amazing, because I got to sit back and watch this amazingly talented woman sort of, you know, find her way through her moments with, you know, Kevin McKidd or whatever, and it was just, it was like being in an acting class. It was getting to watch someone really talented and amazing work every day. It was great. Anyone else? Yeah.
What character did you play in True Blood?
In True Blood, I played Claudette. She's a character in the book. She's a fairy, and she has special magical powers, like she shoots light out of her hands and she kills people, as you
Nice.
do. Yes. Yes. You?
How intimidating was it going on Grey's after, because Grey's had been on for a while when you came on. So,
Yeah.
like, did it like scare the poop out of you, or what?
Yeah, I think what was really hard for me is that I knew I was coming on as a love interest, and I didn't know the attachment fans still had to Katie Heigl. And so I had no idea that the Izzy Alex thing was still so huge in people's minds. And so it was the most intimidating part was thinking that some people were going to be very definitely against the couple, which they were for a long time. You know, it took I think on Grey's, like, the fandom can be tough. You know, they have very strong opinions, and it can be frightening. And so you hope that the characters embrace, but you just don't know. And so that was the most intimidating part. Once I got on Twitter and I was like, oh my God, like they might hate these two people together. But you as an actress, you can't really think about if you're going to be liked or not liked, because one of the amazing things about Grey's or Tomb Raider or any of those characters is that they're not completely likable, just like in real life. That's what makes them interesting. Like, there are times when I want to strangle both characters for doing something, and you can't, because they're human beings and we make mistakes. So yeah, that was probably the most intimidating thing about starting the show that late.
As you go and rewatch episodes, because don't you see them live just like we do?
Yeah.
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 Is there anything that you feel like you would want to do different, or as you watch yourself on TV?
Yeah, I mean, here's one thing that was tricky for me to do with Grey's Anatomy is that, and they did this on purpose, but I didn't know that my character on the show was homeless until the 7th episode. I was working in an episode where my character is taking care of a patient who is homeless, and Chandra Wilsonick plays Bailey. She directed the episode, and she came over to me and she's like, "Oh, just so you know, like the reason that you feel this way about this man is because you were homeless growing up, and you went through like the foster care system." And I was like, "What?" And she goes, "Oh, and all those times that you were crying to Alex, they were fake tears." And I was like, "What?" And so I think it would have been kind of fun to know that she was manipulating back then and that she had this past, but I also think that it's interesting that I didn't know, and that I really thought that she was devastated over certain things, and there's no hint of me manipulating because I wasn't playing into that. And so, but sometimes it's hard watching those episodes back. I'm like, God, I kind of wish I'd done this instead, but they did it for a reason. Yeah. Anyone? Yeah.
Like on or off set, have you like pranked anybody or anybody pranked you?
Currently, right now, you know, Patrick was actually the biggest prankster of anybody. And Jesse Williams does wind me up every episode of Pretend That I'm Gonna Die. But Jessica Capshaw has this picture of herself that's like a hand-drawn picture. And she's decided, I think a fan sent it to her, and she's decided to just have it looming in everyone's trailers. So sometimes you're like walking in at 5 a.m. and there's just this like creepy picture of her like in your face. So that has been just floating around the trailers. Like it went to Jesse Williams and he just recently gifted it back to me. But we're always kind of goofing around because sometimes the episodes take about 15 hours a day to film. And there's nothing else to do in between takes but try to annoy each other, which is what we do. So yeah, I'm trying to think of something like specific, but there's always something happening on our set. Yeah.
What did you think when they asked you to come to StealthCon in Warrensburg, Missouri? I didn't know where Warrensburg was.
Okay, so I heard Kansas City and I was like, Kansas? I've never been. And then I realized it's not Kansas. The truth is, this is the first one, so I had nothing to base it off of. And whenever there's a first con, it's always very intimate and small. So actually, like, even though it's tiny right now, you guys are having a great opportunity because you get to sort of spend more time with people that you want to talk to. It's actually to your advantage for it to be this small right now. And it will always grow. But for me, I say this all the time and I really do mean it, it is really amazing meeting fans, because sometimes you're sort of wrapped up in your own job and you forget that people are watching or playing and are invested. And so to talk to people who really appreciate what you do, and sometimes I meet young girls and they say that they don't have, the only video game they really play where there's this character that sort of they can relate to is Tomb Raider, and how, Lara says like keep moving in the game all the time, and they use that. And so you don't realize that sometimes things that seem like work to you are affecting people in other ways that you have no idea about. So for me, it was great to come here. I mean, I left Los Angeles at 4 a.m. I worked until late last night, but it's great to meet people, it's great to talk to people, and this is so intimate right now that it's fun. It's fun meeting people, and I've never been here. So yeah, I'm happy that I came.
Yeah.
Has Jessica Capshaw ever brought her dad to the set, like her stepdad to the set to talk to you guys, or have you ever asked her to meet her dad so she can be on one of his films or anything like that?
No, for you to, one of our cast, what he's talking about is one of our cast members, his dad is Steven Spielberg. No, but I do geek out to her, because I loved The Goonies, and I found she went to the Goonies set, which I'm what was the ship like, so I do bother her about stuff, but no, I haven't met him, but I think that at some point the show did film somewhere else, on another movie a lot, and he was there, and some people met him. But no, I mean, I kind of just don't even think about it really in terms of that way anymore, because she's just Jessica to me. You know, she's just my normal friend. But yeah, it would be fun. I'd probably geek out for sure. I mean, those are like our childhood movies, or like Spielberg movies. You know, yeah.
Who would you totally geek out to meet? Of anybody famous?
Oh wow. Let me think about this. Who would
Total
I
starstruck.
totally starstruck? I think that right now, I don't know. I mean, probably someone like Daniel Day-Lewis that like I grew up admiring, or like Meryl Streep, you know. People now, right now. I mean, I'd love to meet Chris Pratt. He seems cool, right? Like, I love Jurassic World. I thought it was a great movie. So, I mean, I don't know if I would be starstruck, but I think that there's a lot of people in the industry that seem really fun to me that I would love to meet. But if Judy Garland was still here, probably, you know, someone like Judy Garland.
I know Valentine's Day is like tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm not.
Where's the ring?
Like, in terms of your work, do you feel like it affects your love life or anything like that?
No, it doesn't affect my life. We have really, here's the great thing about something like Grey's Anatomy is that we do have a huge cast. So it's very difficult when there's, you know, you're part of a very small cast, you're working constantly. We all get a lot of time off, so there's a really nice balance between like our personal lives and the show. So for us, we get to invest in families or relationships, and we get to travel, like I got to come here, you know. So it's a really nice balance on this particular show, just because we do have so many cast members. What are you getting me? Give it to me tomorrow. It's okay. Don't spoil it. Anyone else?
What's your favorite Star Wars episode?
Yeah. Oh man. That's hard because I haven't seen the old Star Wars in a very long time, and I did love the new one, but then I hear it's a lot very, very similar to, I don't know which one. One of them, the second one, I think, right, that ever came out. What's the second Star Wars that ever came out? What's the name of it?
Oh, the first one was Episode 4, A New Hope.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
I think it's similar to Empire Strikes Back, right? Is that?
I think a lot of people compared it to the first one, which was
Oh,
A New
they
Hope
did?
from '77. Yeah.
Oh, maybe it is the first one.
Yeah. The Force Awakens was compared to A New Hope.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought J.J. Abrams did a really great job. I mean, I thought he did a great job with Star Trek too. I found, you know, I liked both those movies. I'm really excited for all of those movies. I would love to be in Star Wars. I thought Daisy Ridley, and I'm gonna geek out. I thought Daisy Ridley did a great job.
Yep.
Yeah, how did you feel about it?
It was okay.
Really? What did
I
you
liked
like
it.
about it?
I mean,
I'm
I liked it,
interested.
but it wasn't. I don't know.
You miss Jar Jar Binks. I get it. I get it. It's fine. You can say it. We're all friends here. Anyone else?
Jar Jar Binks actually is one of the worst villains in the Star Wars universe. You know why?
Watch your mouth.
He's actually indirectly responsible for the creation of the Empire. He makes the Senate vote that gives the Chancellor emergency powers. So he is one of the worst villains, actually. He gives the Emperor his power.
Was he written as a villain? Really?
Oh, I'm kidding.
Oh,
He wasn't written. He just did
I
it
don't
something.
remember that.
No, but what he does actually in the movie.
Oh,
yeah.
that really seriously? That's what happens because
Yeah.
of him?
And not
Wow.
deliberately. Not deliberately.
Wow.
He's kind of simple-minded and good intent.
Indirectly, he causes
Yeah, he calls for a Senate
Yeah.
vote that gives the emperor emergency powers. And of
Huh.
course, once you get power, you don't give it back a lot of times, so.
Very interesting.
Hmm.
So we hate him even more, is what you're saying?
Oh, yes, down with Jar Jar.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Anyone else?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character in Star Wars? The new movie.
The new movie?
Mm-hmm.
I would say
Daisy's character.
I like Rey.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's right.
But I
That's
like the
actor.
part. I like the part when she runs up to Finn with her angry face.
Right. And then she dies. Anyone who hasn't seen it, sorry to spoil it.
No!
Everyone dies. So
Yeah.
just
But
hope
no,
you've seen
no,
it.
no one dies. Not
Except-
everybody,
yeah.
but
Well.
except.
Don't say it. Some people here probably have not seen it yet.
Has anyone seen it? I spoiled it to my teacher before.
He spoiled it.
I know. I didn't know. I didn't ask her first.
Yeah.
If there's anyone you could be, who would you be and why? It's kind of a weird
Anyone I
question.
could be. Who would I be and why?
Like,
Besides yourself, I guess.
besides yourself.
Oh, that was me.
Oh, wow. Actually, maybe right now I'd honestly be Daisy Ridley because I think that being part of Star Wars is like being part of a massive, huge part of movie history, and I think that those movies will continue to be really fun. I mean, can you imagine like us turning up on a Star Wars set and seeing them live?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, probably any part of Star Wars. I'd be J.J. Abrams, actually.
Why Star Wars?
Anyone else? Yeah.
What is your favorite color?
Oh, yeah. What's your favorite color?
It is now. Orange, because I love Halloween and I love the autumn.
Aw,
There we go.
I like
Is that yours too?
Yeah.
We're meant to be. I'm feeling the chemistry.
you guys are crazy.
Yeah.
What's like your favorite TV show? Because right now, like, Vampire Diaries is really hot. Dexter, what else?
Dexter?
Dexter's
Really?
coming back.
Orange is the New Black, like
Huh.
things like that.
Please, no. True
I mean, I love Game of Thrones because of my Khaleesi crush. I'm trying to think of what else I really love right now. I think I need to start Mr. Robot. I hear that's an amazing show. I don't know if anyone here is watching Mr. Robot now. You guys are what?
I don't.
Probably Game of Thrones is what I tune into all the time. Yeah. Dexter's, I mean, I watched Dexter, but it's finished.
It's coming back.
What do you mean it's coming back?
Like, they're renewing it.
What?
You haven't seen that?
Really?
Yeah.
Oops.
They've been, yeah.
Really?
Girl, you might want to Google that.
I have Googled it.
Uh-oh.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Wait,
I'll be
Google?
tuning
You don't know
back in.
Google?
So, what is your favorite fast food restaurant?
Oh, yeah.
If you had to pick one, what would you
Okay,
pick?
we don't, this doesn't count as fast food, but we don't have Cracker Barrel, right, in California. And I geeked out because you guys have it here. And I love it. I seriously, I get made fun of all the time, but like, I've been twice in my whole life, and seriously, the food's amazing. That little game that you guys play, I don't even know what game, I don't even know what the point of that game is, but I still love it. I know that's really not, I know it's not fast food, but I'm gonna give that as my answer because I almost cried seeing it the way here. Anyone else?
Do you drink Starbucks? Are you a classic?
No, I drink coffee bean.